Hi, I'm Sean Reardon, Mayor of Newburyport, and welcome to the latest edition of the Mayor's Corner. You know, I keep saying week after week that we're going to get outside, and we haven't done it yet. So we're going to be outside soon. The weather has finally changed. It's beautiful here in Newburyport. I shouldn't be in the office. I should be out there. So we'll get out there soon. But there's so many great things happening around the city, right? And I think from here on out, again, that's only going to get busier, right? But it's just a great time of year. So let's just talk about a few things that's going on right now. First, Monday night at the City Council meeting, our new fire chief, Stephen Bradbury III, who's currently our acting fire chief, was appointed 11-0 as our next fire chief. So that officially will take place coming in June. But it was really a great scene. I think just about everyone from the department came down and lined City Council chambers. And it meant a lot because Chief Bradbury has gained he's got the respect of everybody at that department right now. And I don't think that's always been the case there. So it was just great to see that level of support. Also, the fire department's been very busy lately. We had the explosion down in Opportunity Way. We had the fire down at River's Edge the other day. So again, they've been busy and they've been doing such a great job under his leadership. So it was just a really nice moment for him. Steve is from Newburyport, a Newburyport kid. Went on the call to the fire department in 1993, and then to one day be chief of your hometown is pretty special. So we're happy for him. It looks like we're going to do his official swearing in at Fireman Sunday. So if those of you who don't know Fireman Sunday, because it's honestly it's not advertised a lot. Maybe that's on me. I should do that more. But I grew up loving Fireman Sunday. As you know, my grandfather was fire chief. And it's the second Sunday of every June, right? So I always look at it, it's the week after high school graduation, right? So this year it's June 11th. And it's a nice ceremony. It starts at the fire station, and they march down to Oak Hill Cemetery off of Parker Street. And there's if you've ever been to that cemetery, right when you go in there, the Fireman's Memorial is right up front. And we do a nice little ceremony there, and then we march back. And there's usually a little breakfast at the fire station. But I was going there as a little kid. I mean, I actually remember going to my first one when the firehouse was down here on Market Square. And then I remember the big move as a little kid to the new firehouse now. Again, new. We need a new one. We need that one needs a lot of work, but that one became a firehouse in 1978 on Greenleaf Street. So anyways, it's a nice day and it's a nice event for the firefighters. So I think we're going to end up swearing in Chief Bradbury after that event at the firehouse on June 11th. So we're still working on plans for that, but that looks like the plan right now. And it's almost Memorial Day weekend, big 3-day weekend. It looks like the weather is going to be absolutely beautiful, particularly on Sunday for sure. But we're going to have a nice long weekend here. And I think Memorial Day is just incredibly important. We're going to do our Memorial Day ceremony here at City Hall on Monday. Kevin Hunt, our Veteran Services Director, plans that event each and every year. He does a great job. So what we typically do is we meet up at Bartlett Mall, kind of near CVS, around 10:30, and then we do the slow march down to start the ceremony here at City Hall at 11. And then for this ceremony, we do a little bit of ceremony here. We recognize all of the veterans who passed away this past year. It's just a really nice, well-done ceremony. And then we march down to the waterfront. We do a little ceremony there. I think the Coast Guard will be involved. And then from there, we march to the Veterans Cemetery up at the corner of, Auburn Street, right near Route 1 is the Veterans Cemetery. So then we finish with a little ceremony there. So it's a great day. If you're out around town, please come down and watch the parade. It's nice to watch the parade, be a part of that, and then to hear the speakers at City Hall would be great too. So if you're out, bring the kids. I like to bring my kids to events like this. I think they learn so much and get so much out of it. But it's so important to not only honor the veterans, but Memorial Day is honoring those who gave their lives for our country. So it's great to recognize that as well. So thank you to all the veterans out there. What else is going on? So we've got a big event, not this weekend, but next weekend. So we're talking about June 2nd, June 3rd, June 4th. But Pride Month officially starts here in Newburyport, so we're going to do a Pride flag raising here on Friday, January 2nd. And I bring that up a week ahead of time just because it's kind of a big deal this year. Last year there was just a small number of us that took part in that flag raising, but this year Governor Maura Healey herself is coming to the flag raising. And I'm getting emails and phone calls from other state legislators and state officials who want to come to the event as well. So really exciting. We're going to do that at 4 o'clock And it's not going to be a long ceremony, but there'll be some music here. Maura Healy will speak. I have a proclamation that I'm going to give, and then we're going to raise the flag. So it's just going to it's going to kick off a great weekend, Pride weekend here in Newburyport. So on the next day, on June 3rd, at 12 o'clock, we're going to have our first Pride Parade here in Newburyport, and the mayor's office is putting that on. We have about 250 marchers already signed up for this parade, and they're going to set up at Bartlett Mall, and we're going to march down Green Street, essentially to the waterfront. So it's a small parade this year, but again, please plan on coming out. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to hope for a nice weather day, but it's going to be a great event that we're going to continue each year here in Newburyport. And there's going to be other Pride events going on that weekend, so just if you want to check out the website, we'll put up a little graphic as well that shows you what's going on, but check out the schedule. Lots of good things going on. It's also Springfest that week, so I guess I'll just mention that real quick too. So the Chamber of Commerce is putting on Springfest on Saturday and Sunday of that week, so the 3rd and 4th. And it's high school graduation on the 4th, so there's a lot going on in Newburyport. The car parade is also that Saturday at 10 o'clock. That's a great event, kind of a carryover from COVID. I love being a part of that at the high school, so that's happening at 10 o'clock that day. So it's going to be a really busy day in Newburyport, but a lot of great things happening on June 2nd. What else is going on? So the budget hearings are still moving forward. We had a couple last night. We had Newburyport Youth Services, we had Veterans Services, we had Council of Aging, and we had the library. I believe that's it. So yeah, we had 4 big departments go last night. It went a little long, but again, I thought, the council asked great questions, and I thought our department heads did a wonderful job. We don't have any, I've been saying like it's all Tuesdays and Thursdays. So this Thursday, it's just a regular budget and finance meeting. So the hearings will pick back up next Tuesday. And I think pretty much from here on out, it's Tuesdays and Thursdays. But we're getting there. We're doing a lot of good things. Again, a lot of good questions. And I said, I'm really excited about this budget, and I think it really helps us move the city forward. And so again, those are happening. And those are open to the public. So if you'd like to come or check them out online, those budget hearings are there for you to check out. Or if you have questions, if you go online and check out the budget and you have some questions, you can either come to my office hours or send us an email, and we'll get that question answered for you, okay? But the budget process is probably one of the most important things we do here at the city level. And it's a great way to see how the executive branch submits the budget and how the legislative branch, our city council, goes through it. And you have that justification of how our tax dollars are being spent here in the city. One thing I wanted to mention, I mentioned this last week as well, but I just want to remind everyone that our head librarian, Sarah Kelso, is leaving. I'm a little devastated about it. I think Sarah does a great job. She's already, in her short time there, done so many great things for the library. And so I hope I can bring somebody in to continue that work. But her last day is going to be June 7th. So I just wanted to say that I wish her well in all she does. I hope she comes back to visit because again, I'm sad we're losing her. She did a lot of great work here for the library, and I know her staff's going to miss her quite a bit as well. So Monday night at the city council meeting, my mayor's update, I did a kind of a project update, just because we have a lot of projects going on in the city that are either about to start or will be happening over the next few months. So I just kind of wanted to tell people where we are with some of these. So the bulkhead, for example. So we've officially secured the money from the 3 big grants that we got from FEMA, which was from Congressman Moulton, from the SEC, the Seaport Economic Council, and then the EDA, the Economic Development Agency. So we were able to secure all that money for the project. So it is out to bid. I think the bids come back in on June 1st, I believe. But that work isn't going to be slated to start until after Labor Day. But we're in a great position with the bulkhead, and we'll have to see what those bids look like. But we have a lot of interest. I think I was told that we already had 14 people send bids in for that. So it's still open for a few more weeks, but then we'll start reviewing bids, and we'll reward the lowest bidder for that. But a lot of great companies are getting involved, and that's a really important project. Bartlett Mall is proceeding. There's been a lot of meetings around that, particularly in the Parks Commission, but that's moving forward. We're excited about that. Cutter Fire Station had their first pre-construction meeting. Construction Dynamics out of Clinton, Mass. was awarded the contract for the construction. They'll work with our OPM here and Jordy Vining, our project manager, And then they'll work with the architects, Winter Street architects, and get going on that project. So we're looking, I think the fire department is going to be moving out of the West End Fire Station this weekend, or starting to this weekend, and then they'll be pretty much out. And then it'll probably be mid-June when we can start the demo and start the project up. So be on the lookout for that. We'll do a little ground baking for that project as well, but that's exciting. That's been in the works for a long time. NYS is still moving forward, 59 Low Street. We've had a lot of great meetings with EGA, our architects, for that design. We're forming a building committee for that as well, and that will be a lot of department heads and then some residents taking part in that. So we'll keep you guys updated, but we are moving in the right direction. And the hope is that we have a design to present back to council by end of July or in August, and then it'll come down to, what do you prioritize here in the city? And I think we'll have to put it on the city council and see if we can get to 8 votes on this. I think this should be an 11 vote. Like I said, I think we've talked about the site, we've talked about whether we have the money to do this, and we've talked about the need. So I guess we'll have to do all those 3 things again, and now at least we'll have a full design that we can refer back to, but that's how we'll move forward with that. But we're looking forward to that. I really want this to happen. And again, I made it my #1 priority this year, and I'm gonna guess August, which is interesting because it'll be right around the time where people should be turning in their papers for running for city council and other offices in the city. So we'll see where we land in August. But my job is to put all the good planning leads to good results. My job is to get the good planning in place, and then to answer and get that information out to the public and to city councilors, and then hopefully we can all make a decision together to move forward on this really important project. So I'll keep you in tune to that. Finally, we have a couple playgrounds and courts in town that are going to be getting worked on, so those are moving forward as well. Most of those are being done with CPA money that's already been approved, but you're talking about the Cashman, tennis courts, basketball courts, those are getting redone. The tennis courts at Atkinson Common are going to get resurfaced. We're talking about 2 different playgrounds, one down at the Pioneer League Field, Lower Atkinson, and then also the playground at Bartlett Mall. Those 2 projects will be happening this summer. The same company is doing both of those, which is great. And those 2 are going to be the first 2 universally accessible playgrounds in the city. So all kids in Newburyport will get to enjoy those playgrounds. So those are moving forward as well. So again, lots of good things going on. I'm going to continue to give you updates on these projects, but I just wanted to let you know what we've been working on here. Finally, I'm just going to close with a couple things going on this weekend. One, my office hours are this week, so Thursday from 5 to 6, and then from Friday 8 to 10. If you want to come into open office hours, come on in and talk to me. I'd love to hear from you. Moving forward, starting in June, every Friday I'm going to do office hours 8 to 10, and then I'll still do those 1 Thursdays a month, so people who want to come after work opposed to in the morning have a chance to come see me too. But I just thought I'd open it up on Fridays. Fridays are usually a slower day here, and it's stuff I'm usually in the office trying to get stuff done. But if that was a time where people wanted to stop in on any Friday, I wanted to leave that open to people, so we're going to do that. So that's open office hours. Emma Andrews Library is having a plant sale on Saturday at the Emma Andrews Library. So that's going to happen from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. So go down there and support the Emma. And finally, this weekend, Byron Matthews Memorial Celebration is happening Sunday from 1 to 3. It's open to the public. It's going to be down at the Custom House Maritime Museum. So thank you, Custom House Maritime Museum, and Chris Silva and his group for working with the Matthews family. This is open to the public, so please come down. I mean, Byron Matthews left such a legacy here in Newburyport, his hometown. He meant a lot to me as a former mayor. Again, he was mayor here from 68 to 78. Literally, he's one of the big reasons why we have the downtown that we do. And just come down. It'll be great. There's going to be a few speakers that speak, but it's a great time to come down and pay your respects to the family. There'll be a lot of dignitaries there as well. But again, it's open to the public, and it's kind of an open, there'll be some speeches at the beginning, but it's 1 to 3. So you can just come in, pop in, pay your respects to a great man, and enjoy the rest of a beautiful, beautiful day here in Newburyport. And that's my Mayor's Corner. So I hope everyone has a great long weekend. Remember, it's Memorial Day, so if you run into a veteran, thank them for their service, but remember those who gave the ultimate sacrifice for their country on that day. Please come to our ceremony on Monday. It's going to be great. And I will see you all next time on the Mayor's Corner.